What's up, everyone? Welcome back to After the Storm, and welcome back to the NHL 2005 Dynasty Mode series. We are on to episode number 86 of the series. I know I said I'd stop saying that, but I guess it won't be weird until it's like episode 100 or whatever. But Game 4 of the first round, we were up 3-0 on San Jose, and as we're going to do for the playoffs if we don't face a new opponent, of course, we're not going to preview, score or we're not going to preview goaltenders and all that kind of stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to go take a look around the league at the playoff tree. There are some surprises going on so far in the first round. Let's go take a look. So on our side, not a ton of surprise. 3-0 up on the San Jose Sharks. However, the 2-7 matchup, Vancouver up 2-1 is a bit of a shocker. They're putting up a great fight against Detroit, which in 2002 I think was one of the better first round series of that season. St. Louis still up in the series against Anaheim. They took games 1 and 2 in Anaheim. Anaheim is now taking a game in St. Louis, and Calgary goes up 2-1 on Minnesota. Minnesota was a much better team than Calgary in the standings, so that one's a bit of a shocker, but that's the closest series of any in this first round that you could possibly get. On the Eastern Conference side, let's talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs 3-0 on the number 1 seeded Montreal Canadiens in the Eastern Conference. That is huge. That is shocking. New Jersey up 3-0 on Philly, not as shocking. Tampa up 3-0 on the Islanders, not as shocking. And Buffalo up 3-0 on Ottawa is a bit of a shocker. I didn't think Buffalo would have this easy of a time with Ottawa so far. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for any sort of preview portion. Taking a look around the league at the other series. Let's go ahead and get into game number 4 of the series against the San Jose Sharks. The Shark Tank in San Jose, California. Game 4, puck drop right around the corner. Are the Sharks going home tonight? Are the Avs moving on to the second round? We will find out. Puck drop is next. We are ready to go in San Jose. The Sharks clinging for dear life. Through the first 3 games of this series. A close game here a couple nights ago. Right in this very building. The Sharks had a 3-2 lead into the third. A tying goal from Bill Guerin, and then a late, with just 6 seconds left on the clock, a goal from Peter Forsberg, short-handed nonetheless. As a great save early on from Theodore on Jonathan Chichu in front. What a 2-pad stack by Jose Theodore. What a save early on from number 60 in the net for the Avalanche. Has a great opportunity to get on the board first for the Sharks here this evening. That pass, Hannon tracks it down, just stretching out to get that one. Foot back with the puck. Yager finding Guerin, who had a tying goal in the third period of game number 3. Back there, Lyles comes in from the point, rips a shot. Bakov with that save. Dimitrakos back, bumped off by Foot. Aaron Modano. Yager making a move. Yager comes in, and a penalty upcoming as an interference penalty will go against Mike Rathje as he got tied up. Mike Modano heading to the net. So an early power play opportunity as Scott Hannon goes to the sin bin. Avs onto the power play. There's Guerin. Finds Blake. Blake over to Sakic, and it just runs on him, and it'll come back out of the zone. Sakic finding Forsberg. Aaron's there. Ekman. Guerin. And shot tipped by Forsberg, and Nabokov way out of his crease, cuts down the angle, gets that one and holds. There's Sakic and Nabokov having some words. Minute 30 to go in the power play. Medano winning it as the second unit comes out. Juicy rebound given up there, but cleared away by the Sharks defender. Chichu, shot, it's blocked by Lyles. Lyles there. Passes finding Hayduk with the wing. Back to the point, Lyles rips a shot, scores. John Michael Lyles. All the time in the world to load up, and the Avalanche take a 1-0 lead here in Game 4 on the road. As that heavy wrist shot, Nabokov getting a piece, but not enough to keep it out of the net. Back on the draw, Lindros in the third line. Coming out, Steos dumping that one in. Bounces right to Nabokov. He finds Marcel Gotch. He had a goal. Game number 3. Chance there. It's offside though. Avalanche team the best in the NHL. Really turned their season around through trades and everybody buying into the system. But of course, you look at the team on paper, you can understand why they were easily the best team in the second half of the season. Big hit by Blake. Puck across the ice. There's Forsberg making a move at the line. Finds Sakic too. Sakic turning and firing a blind shot. Bakov made the save and it kicked out to Stewart. Hayduk. Here's Surrey. Sakic going to win the race to that one. He's grinding through a check, and here's Hayduk again. Turns and fires. Hayduk. There. Marleau. Big hit on Patrick Marleau from the captain. Penalty is over. Sharks have killed it. Back in front, Sakic. Oh, and he gets hooked from behind by Hannon. No call there, and then a big slap shot and a great stop from Foot. Collie had a goal in game number 3. Guerin. Out the other way. Guerin turning, and a hook there. That one's going to get called as Colorado will head back to the power play. As Neil Zekman goes off for hooking. This one may not even been on the play that I initially thought was being called as a hook. Looks like that one was actually in behind the play. Nevertheless, the Avalanche back to the power play. Sakic winning that draw. Blake a shot. Not sure if it got through. Cleared away. Chichu in. Battling with Foot for that puck. Forsberg finding Sakic. Dumps it in the crossbar. Hannon. Nice play by Nabokov there, but surefire, dangerous type of play. Foot all the way down the ice. Icing on the Avs. The first portion of this penalty kill done for the Sharks as we take a look at the numbers so far in the series for Jose Theodore. 3 wins, a shutout in game number 1. That save percentage dipped quite a bit in game number 2, or game number 3 rather. As Solani in, great chance there. Another one. He's looking for that rebound, but 2 big saves by Nabokov. And a pass that splits the D, bringing it back to the Colorado zone. Lyles there, turns. Brings that back up ice. Here's Medano. Medano playing it around. There's Solani. Lyles, Medano, a nice chance there. Lyles and wrapping it around, looking for his second of the game. Evgeny Nabokov has gotten a workout in this series, that's for sure. This Avalanche squad put up 55 in game number 1. That one tipped, it might have hit the crossbar. What a tip from Peter Forsberg. Forsberg back now to retrieve. 10 seconds remaining on the Colorado power play. Forsberg finding Sakic, and Sakic's got some room. Sakic kicking out wide. Got that heavy wrister off, but Nabokov right there to make the save. Forsberg Rubbed out against the boards by Chichu. And another penalty coming to the Sharks here in the first period, as Chichu's going to go off for hooking. And the Avalanche continuing to get opportunities to extend this lead here in the first. Modano on the draw, the second unit out. Marlowe winning that face-off. Marlowe back in front, looking for Ekman, who's had a number of Jose Theodore so far in this series. Here's Solani. Solani makes a move. Nice one there. Oh, and he rips a shot off the crossbar. Huge one there as Solani looking to snipe. Marlowe turned over in front. Hayduk, though, can't keep the puck. As the San Jose fans here chanting, "We want the cup." I think more accurately a good chant would be, "We want to win." Down 3-0 in the series. There's Solani with a chance. Miles. Puck still there. 45 seconds to go. We're nearly at the end of the first period here. Here's Modano. His shot blocked. Solani a chance in front and a huge save by Nabokov with the pad. Top unit coming back out for the final minute, final 20 seconds in this power play for the Avalanche.
1 minute left.
Solani's still out there. And then Forsberg crisscross, but Forsberg comes into a big hit. Blake dumping it in. Final seconds now of the first. And then dumping it around. Forsberg will just lift it, and that will do it for the first period. 1-0 the score. John Michael Lyle's power play marker the difference so far. Avs head to the second period with a 1-0 lead. Avalanche go 1 for 3 on the power play in the first period. John Michael Lyle's heavy wrister, the one that beats Nabokov to give us the 1-goal lead. 16-3 were the shots in that first frame too. Back in front, there's Riku Hall. Cherkasky there. Oh, and he got bumped before he could get that shot away into what was potentially a wide open net as Nabokov had sprawled out. Hall there. Cherkasky dumping it in to around the corner. Nikolitin pricing there. Boom. Big hit. Riku Hall stepping up. Blake takes a big one too. Physicality ramping up here in the second period. Here's Brown. Brown shot. Big blocker save from Jose Theodore, and that rebound kicked all the way out of the zone. Hall throws a hit on Salmelainen. Surrey. Nikolitin. Still there. Cherkasky tried to get the shot away. He was bumped. Hall stepping into Gotch. One thing his teammates really love about him, Riku Hall, ability to play physical and jump into skill. It's the reason why he earned that fourth line role as Theodore makes a big save, probably his biggest of the night other than right off the opening faceoff pretty much. Here's Yager. Yager swinging, making a move. Big shot there, looking for a tip. It's a right on blocker stop by Nabokov. Kicked back out. Here's Sturm. Sturm in, big shot. Theodore having to be sharp still. Halfway through the second. Here's Yager, a shot, low pad. Nabokov kicking that one out and controls it and holds it. So we take a look at Riku Hall and Salmelainen trying to put him into that Avalanche bench. Sakic on the draw against McCauley. McCauley wins it. Excellent face-off man in his own right. Dimitrako's big hit. Surrey dropping McCauley too. Forsberg shot and it bounces off the glove of Evgeny Nabokov, and a heartbreaker right there. As he just gets maybe a little bit too comfortable with the glove to make that save. He's upset with himself. And a bad goal to give up for the Sharks at this stage of the game. Nabokov really the first time he's broken this series. Staios winning the race to that one. Staios wrapping it around. A chance there, but hit the side of the net with it. Harvey finish by Solani along the boards. Here's Lindros trying to make his way through. Pricing got a good hit on him. Adams, shot. Easily gloved by Theodore. Bure. Or number 96, a number that's not very synonymous with Pavel Bure. The one he wore briefly in Vancouver. After Mike Modano came over. Here's McCulloch, though, in back behind. Oh, what a great save by Theodore again. Theodore has been real sharp here. That chance right there. Sakic getting hit, getting dropped. Saray, Mahalik. Sakic trying to break in the back. There's Forsberg, can't get the shot away. Staying on the puck. Chichu making his way out front. 2 minutes to go here in the second. Marlowe takes a big hit. Forsberg still around and makes a move at the line and loses the puck offside. .107 in the second to go. Forsberg's marker.
1 minute left in the second period.
A disappointing goal to give up for Nabokov. As Guerin tries to come off the goal line with a chance there late to end the period. Forsberg makes it 2-0 on a wrister that handcuffs Nabokov. And the Avalanche are 20 minutes away from advancing to the second round. All Avalanche in this one. 2-0 the score. 7 shots through 2 periods for the Sharks. 3 penalties in the first was a big detractor, and now another one. Brad Stewart going to go off for interference. It's just an unnecessary hit. Stewart going to go sit in the box, and the Avalanche now having the opportunity to really end this series. Blake there with a shot. Hannon clearing the rebound. Forsberg stepping up on him. Oh, what a big hit there. Guerin dropping Cauley. Guerin over, looking for Sakic in front. With Nabokov aggressively out, make sure that pass does not get across. There's discussions between the officials, the goaltenders, and the players. Solani there. Back, Modano turns, fires. Off pace there. Here's Niels Ekman. Couldn't get the shot away. It's turned over again. Minute to go in the power play. Solani there, shots blocked. Ekman ridden off the puck by Surrey. Dumped around the boards. Rathje in front. Lyles turns, fires. After Rathje got hit and dropped the puck. And the San Jose coach, livid. Kraheduk thought maybe a charge. Too many steps coming in on that hit. Maybe so. No call on the play. Blake shot off the draw. Chance there. Turned over though. Sakic turns and fires again. McLaren going back. Takes a big hit. Guerin with Sakic. Nice pass across, but an even greater defending play from the sharpshooting winger Jonathan Chichu to break that one up. Here come the Avs though again. Final seconds of the power play. Forsberg turning and firing, and Nabokov really standing on his head, giving his team a chance in this one. Power play is over. 1 for 4 on the night for the Avalanche. Here's Chichu. Nice chance. Wrapping it around. Fired that one right on. Across the ice. Here's Sakic. Sakic shot. Blake tries to throw a huge hit on Ekman. Can't manage it. Solani bringing that one up. Bure streaking in that right wing position, as he's done so many times, and a nice glove stop from Nabokov. 14 minutes to go in the third. The Sharks needing to get some offense generated, get themselves back into this game potentially, and there was a chance there for Brad Stewart, but he comes in offside. 13 minutes remain. Lyles dumping it into the Sharks zone. Pricing there. Takes the pass from Nabokov. Gotch crushed by Guerin. Guerin dumping it in. The Avalanche into full dump and chase mode. Lone forechecker in. Caused some turnovers. Caused some havoc. Make sure that puck does not do much in the Colorado zone. There's Lyles at the point shot. Looking for a tip. Guerin might have. 10 to go. Lyles bumped. Doesn't lose the puck. Here's Medano, the speedy Mike Medano. Pricing. Takes a huge hit from Blake. Surrey clearing the rebound from the Brown shot that Theodore was able to kick aside. And a wrap chance. Hayduk, chance there. Adams, shot on, big rebound. Blake gets to it first. That one up the ice. Sakic, however, offside. 6:39 in the third. The Sharks still without some sustained offensive pressure. And we're getting into that time of game. And they got to pull something off here. Here's Stern back in. Voninen hard back on him. Throws a hip check. Maybe waiting for just too much of a perfect play. Stern back the other way. Stern dropped by Voninen. Kalani the other way. Here's Lindros. Scores, and that will do it. With 4:15 to go in the third, Eric Lindros pots his third of the series over the glove hand of Evgeny Nabokov. And the Avalanche will sweep the first round series against the Sharks and move on to the second.
Colorado goal.
Still 4 minutes to play. It's early to declare that, but with the way this game has gone and the way the series has gone, Sharks open the floodgates in game number 3. So they thought. Here's Forsberg turning and firing. It's blocked. They hope that was the key to some offensive fortune. But really to no avail here in the third game. And too many penalties. Obviously, that's a big underlined factor of this game. 4 power play opportunities for the Avalanche. Even though they only scored on one of them, it's obviously enough in this game so far. But it's about, for 8 minutes of this game, the Sharks were in their own end defending more than they needed to be. Here's Sakic, a shot, big save. 40 seconds remain. McCauley dumping it around. Theodore out to play it. Kicks it around the boards. Lyles, pass, doesn't find anybody, but Karen skates back onto it. 30 seconds remain, and Medano just clearing it to the corner. Sturm bringing it up. Choo-Choo has had a strong game despite everything. Got robbed early on. Back in front, another great chance, and Theodore, a huge save. Choo-Choo just can't ring the bell. Final seconds will tick away. The Avalanche move on to round 2. Sweep the Sharks in 4 games. The huge performance, even Nabokov, I think, has to be mentioned on how good he was this series and the workload he faced. Final draw of the series there. Back in front, and that will do it. The Avalanche take game number 4 on the road, 3-0, and will move on for an opponent to be determined in the second round. The handshake line, traditional in hockey. Goaltenders matching up now. Coaches, of course, Joel Quenneville getting to move on. A disappointing end of the season for the San Jose Sharks.
Tonight's third star, Colorado number
As always,
21,
we will leave you with the 3 stars of the matchup tonight. We will catch you for the next round
second star,
on the next Avalanche broadcast.
Number 44, Sheldon Souris. And tonight's first star, Colorado number 23, Milan Hedu.
So a big Game 3 win, and wasn't really close in that one. The penalty trouble for the Sharks really killed them, and that was pretty much the writing on the wall for that game. Yeah, 3-0, easy win in game number 4, and we move on to the second round. I think that was pretty obvious that we were going to win that series for sure, but it certainly does feel good to do that in 4 games and really dominate 3 of the 4 games the whole way through. So I'm sitting in the email screen just so you guys cannot see who we're playing next in the next round, because I want to show you guys through the playoff tree matchup, or the playoff tree screen in the game. But we have, I think, some upsets in the first round. Let's go take a look. So before we go over to the Western Conference where we are, let's go take a look at the Eastern Conference. Now, if you remember, let's start off with Montreal and Toronto. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Montreal, Toronto. Toronto was up 3-0. Obviously, Montreal battled back, made it 3-1, but Toronto finishes off the series. A huge upset there. Toronto wins in 5 against the Montreal Canadiens, eliminating the top seed in the Eastern Conference. Now let's jump down to New Jersey, Philadelphia, because New Jersey was up 3-0 in that series. Every single series in the Eastern Conference was 3-0 at one point. So Philly completes the 2010-esque reverse sweep on the New Jersey Devils of all teams. Philly eliminating the Devils, so the first and second seeds out in the Eastern Conference. Tampa gets through in 5. Sabres sweep the Senators in their series. So we have a 3-8 matchup. Tampa and Toronto, the reigning Stanley Cup champions, are now the top seed in the Eastern Conference. And Buffalo, Philadelphia, kind of a classic mid-thousands. I think they played 506 in the playoffs as well. Series there, that's mind-boggling. I figured Toronto was obviously going to win. They were up 3-0. But Philly to come back and do the reverse sweep is crazy to me. But anyways, yeah, we have that's 2 huge upsets in the Eastern Conference. Now let's go take a look at the Western Conference. On the Western side, Vancouver takes out Detroit. Huge. Absolutely huge. A upset of all upsets in the Western Conference, that's for sure. Yeah, Detroit was really good. I expected we were going to see Detroit in the Western Conference final, 100%. Yeah, Vancouver taking that in 7. Anaheim beating St. Louis. That's an interesting one. Again, St. Louis, you have to remember, took away some of their offense in favor of goaltending. They acquired Nikolai Habibulin from the Tampa Bay Lightning. But Anaheim, who dropped the first 2 games of the series, then went on to win 4 consecutive, and they move on to the second round. And Calgary really handled Minnesota, and that's a shock. I didn't expect that at all. Looks like Dwayne Rolison just maybe cooled off at the wrong time for Minnesota, and that was pretty much it for the Wild. So now we can take a look at our matchups for the second round in the Western Conference ourselves. The Colorado Avalanche, number 1 seed, taking on the number 7 seed, the Vancouver Canucks. Anaheim, the number 3 seed, that wasn't a really strong team despite being the 3 seed. Again, they're going to be facing off against a team they really shouldn't have home ice advantage against in Calgary. I'm willing to bet that Anaheim and Calgary were separated by nearly 20 points in the standings. Calgary should definitely be the home team in this one, but they're not. Calgary, I would say, is probably the team we're going to face in the Western Conference final at this point. Not going to count Anaheim out, though, because I really did count them out in the St. Louis series, and they proved me pretty wrong in that one. On the Eastern Conference side, Tampa and Toronto. I'm kind of torn on this one. I kind of really believe in Toronto after they took out Montreal, and I think the Leafs making a run would obviously be pretty fun. But I can't count out the reigning Stanley Cup champions. So that one I'm really torn on. I don't know who's going to win. Buffalo, Philadelphia. Again, Philly went down 3-0 to the Devils and turned it all around and somehow won that series. I don't know how they pulled that off, but I'm going to take Buffalo in this series. I think Buffalo's probably the strongest Eastern Conference team, I think, right at this point. Really, they are. They are a very strong team at this point. So I think I'm going to go with Buffalo, and I'm going to I'm going to think it's Tampa. So Tampa, Buffalo in the finals. I'm going to take ourselves. I think we're going to easily dispose of the Vancouver Canucks. And I think we're going to face Calgary. So an exciting first round. Again, it really looked like there was only going to be one major upset coming out of that first round. I thought we definitely were going to see Toronto beat Montreal, and that'd be kind of like the lone upset. And then we would have taken on Minnesota or Calgary in the second round here, and then it would have been Anaheim and Detroit in the next round. But yeah, that's crazy. That not only that Vancouver, that just that many upsets happened in the first round there. So exciting stuff. Can't wait to get going with the second round. Anyways, guys, before we end this episode, let's go ahead and just preview the Vancouver Canucks. So taking a look at the difference, 16 spots in the standings, nearly 40 points between ourselves and the Canucks. Better goals for, better goals against, better power play. Not that we're really looking at special teams. The goaltending, Theodore, obviously a massive upgrade on Dan Cloutier. And just taking a look at any injuries, facial lacerations for Lubomir Visnovsky. So they're missing one player out of their lineup, but otherwise they're a pretty healthy squad. This is interesting because we didn't really play a healthy Canucks squad for most of the season this year. And that was one of the biggest differences. Vancouver's always a really tough opponent to play against when they are healthy. Brendan Morrison, Marcus Naslund, Todd Bertuzzi are unreal. Oland and Jovanovski and everything on their team. So this should be a really interesting playoff series, and I'm not expecting to sweep like I was with San Jose, but obviously time will tell. Anyways, guys, that'll do it. We are through the first round of the playoffs, a 4-0 sweep against San Jose. We now move ourselves on to take on the Vancouver Canucks in round number 2. Obviously, some history between these two teams in real life, not carrying over to the game, of course. But yeah, obviously that's not what we're here to talk about, nevertheless. But there would be some real life drama between these two teams in the event this was a real playoff matchup. But yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait to get going. We'll be back with another episode very, very soon. As always, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys do like the content around here. And as always, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 p.m. Eastern, or when these episodes drop. And guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Round 2, game number 1. It's the Vancouver Canucks.